What have you learned about technologies from the process of constructing the product? We have used technology in many ways to research, plan, create, post-produce and receive audience feedback on our work. When conducting research, we use technologies such as the internet to learn about our chosen genre of the thriller, and also learn more about directors such as Christopher Nolan, who directed The Dark Knight. As we were both already familiar with using the internet, we used the search engine Google due to its fast capabilities and managed to find the information we needed quickly. However, we did learn that the internet is home to vast expanses of information which we needed to pick out carefully, using particular words to type in order to get a particular result. We used websites such as IMDb to help us find accurate information about certain actors or films that we wanted to research further. As the internet is so vast, it was important that we could find reliable websites such as IMDb to source our information from. We tried avoiding using Wikipedia for our research due to the fact it is an unreliable website and could contain some untruthful facts.
We initially used the DVD technology to research through a range of films in order to decide on a category of film in which we would explore further. Watching DVDs such as Paranormal Activity, Titanic, Dirty Harry and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which all help us define our chosen genre of a thriller drama. Watching DVDs did not only give us an idea of the genre itself, but also introduced us to certain camera angles such as the over-the-shoulder shots, which we noticed was vital in displaying a character's power over another one. We also used YouTube to search for audio tracks in later research and planning to help us decide on a track for our opening sequence. And we also used iTunes as well. These computer technologies taught us that we needed to be patient, especially when downloading the tracks from YouTube at the time. YouTube was very efficient in allowing us to access the sound of the tracks we wanted, as YouTube just supplied with a vast supply of clips to choose from. After research, we used the internet to search for another website, which would allow us to simply copy the URL of a YouTube video and convert it to MP3 for us to download and incorporate into our opening sequence. This was a very useful technology, however also annoying as it gave me a virus, as we would download our tracks for free from the internet. I have learned that YouTube is a reliable website if I want to find specific audio tracks. We also used YouTube to upload videos of our audience feedback and then we linked them to our blog. Do you want to add?
To record the audience feedback, we used our mobile phones, which were another technology that was easy to use, and we always had it with us, so it
allowed us to be on the ball with our recording, and if we noticed anything, then we recorded it and
straight away.
Later looked at it for later reference.
Also, as part of our planning, we researched some locations and took pictures of them using a digital camera technology, and also experimented using a simple digital camera to see how the lighting showed up. We experimented different angles to explore the effect the lighting had on the characters and took images of them so that it was easier to analyse later. We noticed how simple it was to compare locations when we could easily see an image of each one. After deliberation, through weighing out the pros and cons, we decided on 3 locations in which the technology of a digital camera helped us to do. The initial camera we were given was a Panasonic camera, which after experimentation we realised had a faulty battery, and therefore we had to exchange it for another one of the same type. Whilst filming, we used a tripod to enable us to film a still image. This was a good technology that was also very simple to use and set up after some preparation. We saved the footage onto the camera's 8GB SD card, which was a very good amount of space for us, as we only used a small section of that. However, it was very good that we had a lot of space to work with, so we were able to film multiple shots. We learned that technologies, especially cameras, tend to have some faults, especially due to the fact that our file type of our footage after we had filmed was not recognised with our computer, and therefore we had to get it converted, which also stunted our development. We also found out that The fact there are multiple file types caused a problem for us, as certain file types only work with certain softwares, which can prove a problem in some cases, especially post-production, as we were able to easily convert our footage. Using the help of a more advanced technician, we could move on with our post-production process. After we had successfully converted our footage, we were able to view it and later realised the quality of our camera was very bad, as it had pixelated some areas and also created unwanted line effect through some of the footage. We have learned that although this technology can be unreliable at times, there is always another type of technology to combat the negatives. For example, to fix the bad quality of the camera, we used the quick blur effect that we found through Sony Vegas in the production process. This was a major help to us, as it dramatically improved the quality and managed to conceal the pixelated effect.
We chose Sony Vegas as our main editing software, as it is renowned for its professionalism. Neither I nor Alex knew how to work with Sony Vegas before, therefore we had to teach ourselves everything. After a few attempts, we got used to using the software, and we began exploring the different types of transition, in which we discovered handy techniques, such as turning the brightness and contrast down to make the atmosphere look gloomy, and also to add a cookie cutter effect, which helped us add the tone and conform to our thriller genre. We also edited the music by using Sony Vegas to crop and merge the soundtracks into one another. Adding titles was one of the final steps we took. We had previously filmed the initials of the people who were involved using fake blood, and then we needed Sony Vegas to help us add in extra names. We learnt that Sony Vegas is a simple but effective software to use for editing films, and we would like to use it again in the future.
To gain audience feedback, we used software such as Microsoft Word to produce questionnaires and hand them out to people. Microsoft Word was a very simple and easy software to use to produce a range of questionnaires, and it helped further due to the fact that we were already familiar with using it. To analyse feedback, we used Microsoft Excel in order to create pie charts and bar graphs, to put the data in from the questionnaires and interpret into useful information for us. Microsoft Excel was simple to use and enabled us to present our findings in a more professional manner. The end. The end.